What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 82 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast bringing together trainers from every corner of the Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series, starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 82, The Lost Lapras. Today is Thursday, January 16th. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hi, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? We're gonna find Lapras today.
I'm excited. This is a notable episode for a couple different reasons, and we'll get there. But yeah, having Lapras in there is cool. Lapras is just a fan favorite for sure. So it's cool to have a Lapras in the episode. So we'll get there. But a couple things we're going to cover on today's show. We talked about it a little last week. Episode 1 of Pokemon Twilight Wings is available. This is the Galar limited animation series that's on the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Episode 1 came out and it didn't disappoint, so we'll kind of break down that short 5-6 minute episode. We're going to be getting prepared for the release of the Sword and Shield TCG expansion block, and Pokemon.com put together kind of a preview of the partner evolutions and a new VMax card, so Adam will dig into that a bit. Valentine's Day items have hit the Pokemon Center along with a bunch of other new stuff, so we'll kind of run through what's there. There is a Detective Pikachu plush, which it's weird timing that this comes out now, maybe because it's hitting home video or HBO, but new Detective Pikachu plush, and it's honestly one of the greatest plushes I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if you saw it, Adam, but it's...
Is it the one where he's like sad?
Yes, it's called the Wrinkled-Faced Pikachu.
Yes.
It's the greatest. So we'll put a link in the description so you can see it, but we'll get there as well. Pokemon GO announced a Latios special raid weekend coming up this month. And there's just constant stuff going on in Pokemon GO, so we'll kind of make sense of all that. And then we'll do our audio watch-along with episode 82 of the anime, The Lost Lapras. All right.
Sounds like a good show.
Okay. Now... Twilight Wings. I'm very excited for this. This was a different thing that they're doing where it's a mini series. It's through YouTube, and there's going to be 7 episodes, about 5 minutes each. But the weird thing is they release once a month. So this is a 7-episode mini series totaling 35 minutes, but 35 minutes over 7 months. So,
wow.
Did you get a chance to
hold on to your seats?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Hold on. You better last time on Pokemon Twilight Wings, a month ago. But did you get a chance to watch episode 1?
Oh, I did.
What'd you think?
Well, the art style is fantastic. It felt like I was watching a Digimon movie at first.
Okay.
I thought this was a Digimon thing. I was watching it on YouTube, but the voice acting and stuff, I don't know. It was almost as if there was a huge emphasis on the voices, and it didn't necessarily I was I can picture somebody else saying this, but not who's saying it.
Well,
if that makes any sense.
No, you know what it is? The animation style is definitely more of a Japanese, a traditional cinematography look than a 30-minute cartoon, like a half-an-hour cartoon style animation, and it's very traditional in that aspect. But I get what you're saying, where it kind of has a different feel, with the way that the characters move and then ultimately speak. So I definitely feel that. But what did you think of kind of the tone? It felt pretty much, for me, it felt different than any other piece of animated Pokemon stuff that I've ever watched. It was very, very unique.
Yeah, it was a complete departure from what we're used to.
Way more mature.
Because it was an emphasis on the characters and then just a slight poke at the Pokemon. That was a joke.
Well, with Penguin Highway, which I loved, it definitely had a focus on the relationships between the characters and kind of the bond between the characters. So I could definitely see where they're going with kind of setting up this awesome thing. And I guess what we'll do is, in 7 months we'll do a recap series, but I guess we could dig into a little bit of a spoiler free. I mean, the plot of this 5-minute episode is that there's a little boy, John, that's in a hospital, and apparently he's a huge fan of Leon, champion Leon. So this is taking place before the events of Sword and Shield. And Chairman Rose is visiting the hospital, and that's kind of where the story takes off. So you have this boy who's excited to meet Chairman Rose because he's a huge Leon fan, and they're setting up this world where, the kids look up to the Pokemon athletes, the trainers, like idolize. You know what I mean? So it's like to this kid, Leon is like the bee's knees. You know what I mean? So that's the tone, but it's just delivered in a way that's so incredibly different from Pokemon the series. Like, it's just, I thought it was very mature and definitely a different approach. But I'd like to hear what everyone thinks of it, because it's definitely a departure from Pokemon the series. But I liked it overall. I thought it was amazing.
Please tweet us, write in, email, whatever, however you want to get in contact with us. Go to the website. Let us know.
All right, Adam, you want to talk about the new Sword and Shield TCG expansion block? The Pokemon.com put together some stuff, and, I need you to help me understand it.
Well, so essentially they just kind of showcase Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon. And they just kind of go over, like, a simple use to them all. Rillaboom basically is a stage 2. So you're going to need to evolve him twice, which this ability on a stage 2 isn't necessarily the best unless you're using something like Rare Candy. Still, because it says once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 grass energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. And it's coming from your deck. And we've seen this with like Vikavolt and so, and it's tough because you need those energies back in your deck. So unless you're playing cards to get your energies back into the deck, you could run into the issue of like needing to use that ability but not having the energies in your deck. Whereas,
okay. Right, if you're pulling them from discard.
Whereas Cinderace it has an ability called Libero. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably something Libero. That's how I read it. But once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may attach up to 2 fire energy cards from your discard pile to Cinderace.
Okay, now you're talking. That's awesome.
But again, it's kind of like a similar Zapdos effect from Team Up. You bring it from the active, which is easy. You just use Switch Malolana, anything like that. You get it into the active, attach 2 fires, you use Flare Striker, 190 damage. That's huge. Some GXs only have 180.
Right, yeah.
And then you discard two energies. So you discard the 2 fire, you play Switch, you bring it to the active. You don't even need to waste any energies. You literally just play 4 Switch, and you've got this.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And I guess, in their little blog post, they say, in sports, the Libero is a defensive specialist who spends most of their time behind the attackers.
Oh, maybe that's why it's
Makes
a weird
sense.
name. It's a sports thing.
Yeah.
Sports ball.
Sports kick. Hiya. So, but like fire has so much support with Welder being able to, attach 2 fire, draw 3 cards.
Right.
Like, what? So there's a lot of support behind Cinderace, so they definitely want, because they know it's a fan favorite, so they want that card to be really playable. Then you got Inteleon, Shady Dealings. We've seen this on Alolan Ninetales GX. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. I believe the Alolan Ninetales was item cards, but still, it's still a powerful move because you can search for a supporter, you can search for, a great catcher or something useful.
Yeah.
And then it's Aqua Bullet. 120, this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon.
That's dirty.
So not bad, but not the best. Then this is where things get crazy. Is me personally, I've been messing around with Darkrai and Umbreon GX tag team, which is weak to fighting. but it has a hard time versus Mewtwo, Mew, and like the fire decks. And so here's this Stonejourner. It's a fighting type with 220 hit points. Guard press for 1 fighting does 40, and next turn all the attacks done to it is reduced by 20 damage. And 220 is like the highest we've seen for, a basic Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's a V.
Yeah, it's a V. Yeah, so I mean, so with that being said, so they want you clearly to make grass good. So we're going to see an increase in grass decks if this becomes popular, but grass gets destroyed by fire. It's like the checkmate. So you're going to have so many decks now that are just, well, if you face this one deck, you lose.
Well, it seems like between the primary starter types that the rock, paper, scissors is like very strong here. Like I don't think you'd be able to escape alive if you were to get paired with, an opposite deck in that rock, paper, scissors thing. You might not be able to fight your way out of it.
Unless you're playing like weakness guard energy. That's the only thing I can think of just off the top of my head. And then I don't know if Choice Helmet will be like, I don't know the word for it, but ruled differently. So that Choice Helmet will include V Pokemon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that reduces damage. Because otherwise, these guys are just going to be unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Stonejourner with the VMax evolution, and I guess they're all going to seem on paper like these big OP behemoths, but this thing is crazy.
No, it seriously is. For 1 fighting, it has Stone Gift. Attach a fighting energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you do, heal 120 damage from that Pokemon. So if you're playing the tag team engine, which most decks are, you play Tag Call. Search your deck for Mallow and Lana. You switch the active one with the benched one. Discard 2 cards. Heal 120 damage. Oh, there's still another 120 left on it. Let me just use this Stone Gift and heal another 120. So your attack did nothing.
That's what I've been seeing a lot when I've been watching videos online. Are these big defensive moves are kind of coming into play too, and it's wild. Like it just seems like the meta is in such a technical place right now, where it just seems like there's long play answers to just about everything, and it's exciting to watch like people get there, and pull these like big complex turns off. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then you have Fighting Dojo, which makes all of like whatever Pokemon you have with a fighting energy attached to it does an additional 10 damage, and if you're behind on prizes, it does an additional 40.
So just like extra energy flying everywhere. Well, you gotta have that though with the increase, the general just steady pace of increase to hit points over the, every time the things expand, it's just like the cards are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So they got to do stuff to step up the amount of damage to, keep the inflation rate, kind of balanced with the damage rate. It's because the hit points are just skyrocketing. It's crazy.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for this set. Comes out February 7th. So
I know, and pre-releases start next weekend, I think.
Oh, and over 200 cards in the set. So another like big set. They are not afraid to put out big sets, man.
Yeah, next weekend they start pre-releases, or this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's next weekend though.
All right, cool. So if you guys get a chance to go, definitely tag us on social. Let us know how it goes and what promo card you get. What stamped card you get. All right, we haven't talked about Pokemon Center in quite a bit, but it is
in a hot minute.
It's geared up for Valentine's Day. They don't mess around. They're like CVS. Like the second one holiday ends, the next day it's like there's already an aisle dedicated to it. So the Valentine's Day stuff has been up for a bit, but there's a couple products, not many, but they're in this Eevee Sweet Choices collection, which is pretty cool. And you can get a playmat, you can get a greeting cards, and the cards come with pins which are pretty cool. So it's like a little bit of a gift as well. And then a very, very cool, it's $50. It's like a box of chocolates, but rather than chocolates, there's 9 enamel pins of all different cakes and like treats that are, part of this suite.
And they're all, they represent each of the evolutions.
That's so cool.
Which is really cool.
Yep, they use the color patterns, so it looks really, really awesome. They're just like slices of cake on plates. It's really neat. Totally love it. There's a bunch of other stuff on Pokemon Center too. There's a women's clothing line called Relax with Eevee, which is a couple pairs of like lounge pants and some t-shirts. And then they released a massive, massive wave of the Sitting Cuties, the little plushes. So I'm gonna rattle these off real quick. Crobat, Cyndaquil, Quilava, Typhlosion, Lugia, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Totodile, Blossom, Politoed, Murkrow, Girafarig, Dunsparce, Shuckle, Houndour, Houndoom, Porygon, Miltank, Larvitar, Ho-Oh, Celebi, Ferret, Togepi, Togetic, Mareep, Flaffy, Wooper, Scizor, Heracross, Teddiursa, Corsola, Skarmory, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Tyranitar, Ampharos. So if I named any of those and you like those Pokemon, they have new plushes at the Pokemon Center with the Sitting Cuties, which are really cool because they kind of like sit upright and they're only like 5 or 6 inches. So they're like cute little guys, but they sit up. So it's kind of neat. And then the wrinkled faced Detective Pikachu that we're talking about, which you have to see.
Is priceless.
It's awesome. Like it really captures like the essence of Detective Pikachu's emotions from the movie. Really, really cool. But as always, links to all this stuff in the description so you can check it out. Going to go. Pokemon Go. Latios Special Raid Weekend. This is coming from PokemonGoLive.com. Friday the 24th through Monday the 27th at 1 p.m. PST. Latios returning to 5-star raids. Adam, on Lured Up last week, you were just talking about them probably recycling something, and
boom, nailed it.
Like, but man, like it. The only thing worse than this would probably be more Reggies, right? You know what I mean? Like Latios and Latias are so.
Well, to be honest, out of all of the research things that we've gotten, I have yet to see a shiny Latias.
Yeah,
I do not have that sweet, sweet orange one.
I don't have any shiny Latios or Latias. But,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are the two that have avoided me the most, and I don't even know. I don't even remember getting these shinies.
But
it must have been
Heatran is still in raids till February 4th, so it's not like these are going to be 100% of the raids. But for the weekend, they'll be very, very dominant in the 5-star raids, and. Yeah, they can be shiny. But for more information on everything that's going on with Pokemon Go, just check out Lured Up. Lots of stuff going on, as always, and we break it down in detail over there on that show. But I think that's all the news for the week. Adam, you ready to take a quick break and then get into our anime watch-along?
Heck yeah. I can't wait to go watch this show.
This is a good one. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get our Amazon Prime queued up and watch our episode. But we'll be back right after this. And we are back from our break. Thank you guys so very much for that. And we have our Amazon Prime queued up. But before we do that, just quick housekeeping. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany J, James, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, Bacon, L, The Noise, Harry, Pokéneb, Bot, Purple Pancakes, Dem Gears, Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Go Ranger, Matt, The Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, Justin, Val, Monica, PJ, and Trainer Dex J. Whew, I did it. Thank you guys so much for your support.
It's a lot of support.
We greatly appreciate it. And if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. All right, Adam, I have this. I have Amazon Prime queued up. And
You do? That's weird because I do.
I mentioned at the top of the show that this is kind of an interesting episode for a couple of reasons. So, coming from Bulbapedia.net, this is where we always scrape the data. The original air date in Japan, February 28th, 1999, as episode 84. And it's currently in the U.S. lineup via Amazon Prime as episode 82. But it originally aired in the States January 22nd, 2000. It's Adventures in the Orange Island episode 30 is really where we are. But this is kind of, 82 has kind of been before, I think it was before Amazon Prime got the rights to do this, to get the Orange Islands. I forget who had it prior. I don't know if it was Netflix or not, but someone at Netflix had season 1 like up to episode 81. So that was kind of originally the first 81 episodes, I think, were the Indigo Plateau, like the Indigo League arc, and then the Orange Islands really kick in at episode 82. But as far as Amazon Prime is concerned, they call everything going all the way back to, the episodes 50-something, the Orange Islands. So it's like, we're already 30 episodes in the Amazon Prime lineup. So a little confusing there, but what makes this a big deal? The intro song, it changes. No longer is it like
it's the first
classic
episode that we get this new banger.
The Pokemon World is the name of the song, but I like the song. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the original song. But all things change. The theme song has changed many times over the years. So, but I already miss the original for sure. But Adam, if you're ready to go, we can get this puppy started.
Let's start her up. Ruff, ruff.
All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. So you wanna be a master of Pokémon, have the skills to be number 1. All right, so here we are. we're in the Pokemon World theme song. Was this on the To Be a Master soundtrack? No, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? Because
no.
I obviously I know the song, I know the words and all that stuff, but man, I don't know. It's just like I never had
I love this whole opening though, because it brings back all the old characters that we've already visited.
Oh, the opening is awesome. I'm just saying the song. I don't know. I never connected with it the same way than the original, over the years. But the visuals are awesome.
Yeah, Squirtle comes in with a skull bash on a Slowbro. And then, look, it's Pokemon GO. Oh, wait, no, that's just the intro.
Well, when they actually show the Pokemon logo, it's the first time we see actual 3D animation used rather than hand-drawn animation. So it looks very out of place. But it does look like the Pokemon GO kind of thing.
Yes.
Hey, baby. Hey, Ivy.
They're just recapping that Brock left us.
Yeah, dude. I'm still in shock, Brock.
Shock Brock and Rocket. No, shock
I like
Brock.
I like how they go.
Rocket.
And as usual, things turn to tragedy because of Jigglypuff. Just throw Jigglypuff under the bus.
As usual. And this was cool because this was such a cliffhanger.
Yeah. And I like how the episode just boom, here we are. We're right into it. It's 2 episodes, 2 blimp
And I like
crashes.
how there's almost no damage done to this blimp.
Look at
But when it crashed the last time, it was bent in half.
Yeah, but a lot of that damage
was
happened
ripped.
in the air.
Oh, well, we made it. Yeah, but
I mean, I guess.
This looks like the middle of
But they don't have a scratch. So, with this being the quote-unquote real beginning of the Orange Islands arc, it's very fitting that, they're kind of this Gilligan's Island thing right now. They get turned up on a deserted island and they're like, where are we? And they don't know what to do. So I like it because it seems like a fresh journey.
trapped. Now we'll have to eat
And then panic sets in.
Right, and
our lives.
now this part's awesome because it's like, you know, they're saying that, oh, we haven't seen anybody. It's like, you haven't seen any Pokemon?
Are we allowed to feed them?
Get a picture with us.
Smile for the camera.
Well, I absolutely adore all of these tourists.
Where did all these
The way they're animated, they're so good.
Too bad this island isn't deserted.
So the animation team is still Team Ota. You know, that's always been credited. You know, they credit it on Bulbapedia. You can see that. So it's the same animation team as from the beginning, but there's definitely some stylistic differences that I picked up on throughout the episode. And, you know, the backgrounds look the same, you know, but some of the expressions and just some of the detail to, you know, some things it's definitely different. So you can tell that this is a little bit of a change up of, you know, season to season.
Hey, what's the matter, Pikachu? Look, it's a Lapras.
So
And like these guys that are sitting in beating up on this Lapras that's been beached essentially, they are definitely older, and they were clearly like
dude,
hurting.
they're whacking Lapras with a stick. That's so messed up.
And then here's Ash, and if this was any other beach, at least in my area, you're gonna get beat up if you said anything to those guys.
We don't need any little rats.
Yo, but Ash, the 10-year-old kid, step into the 18-year-olds with weapons.
Against the Orange Crew, so get lost.
I can't believe you threw
All right, so
Pokemon
that was an
trainers.
important note there. They mentioned the Orange Crew.
To our business, kid.
And this one guy with the glasses and the hair, he looks like a young Giovanni or a Giovanni
Yeah, he's
wannabe.
got a little greaser.
Spiro, let's show these two what a real Pokemon
Spiro, let's go.
Pedro, let's get
So this is where you first noticed a little bit difference in the animation with
Us, right, Pikachu?
the way they animate this battle.
Safe, Togepi.
Yeah, Misty puts Togepi in her bag because she's scared.
All right, Pikachu.
So we kind of saw the like more aggressive speed lines like that last episode, but now you got this guy who kind of like throws a wrench in the whole battle.
This is our first encounter with Tracy.
So, he starts going around measuring and taking notes and sketching the Pokemon, and it's like hilarious because they were literally just about to have a battle, like a 3-on-3 battle, and the people around it, like both on Ash's side and on the bad guy's side, they're all just like shocked, like what the heck is going on? They're just watching this kid, you know, take notes.
Made you the expert. But this Pikachu looks just perfect. You can tell because it's colors.
And I don't know if you noticed that, but the Spiro and the Hitmonchan like switched spots.
Are you trying to find more inconsistencies again?
I just want to make a quick sketch. Now hold
You know, on the bottom of Bulbapedia, if there's any errors in the episode, it calls it out, so you would love that.
Are in super shape, really strong. Hey, why don't I measure Pikachu?
That Pikachu is perfect. I just happen to have a voltmeter in my pocket.
He's 100%.
Yeah.
His IVs are off the chart.
Used Pokegenie.
We can't let these
So now
And all those
they
guys
snap
Pokemon
out of
with
it.
0 stars.
Watch out.
See what I'm saying?
Pikachu,
Like the way that
he has
they
a
showed
history
those
with
Pokemon
Spiros.
charge. Different.
That was pretty good.
Tracy got zapped.
Way to chase him away, Pikachu.
We've got to get
Yo,
help.
can never sleep on Pikachu.
I think this Lapras may be really hurt.
You think? It was being attacked.
It was getting
with a
whacked by a
stick and
stick.
screaming.
Here, it's medicine.
What do I?
You get Lapras.
Yeah, it's just like
I'll go and find Nurse Joy.
some stranger just hands you some medicine and runs away.
It's just this clear vial. Like,
Here,
what?
Drink this, Lapras. It'll make you feel better.
So
Jeez, Ash is about to hit you in the head with that stick. Take the medicine.
So that medicine, like the way it looks,
I wonder why Lapras
like
won't
usually
drink
it's a
from me.
spray, isn't it? Like the potions were like,
Yeah, like I thought, I was like, is this like a super full heal or double full heal? Like, what is going on?
How is Lapras doing, Nurse Joy?
There weren't any serious injuries.
So it's like
There weren't any serious injuries. Whew.
it's like a log cabin Poke Center.
But there is a problem.
There's got a nice
That
little
Lapras
small
is
pond
afraid to have
out
any
in the
kind of
back,
contact with people at all.
No wonder.
which
after
I've
the
got a
way those
discrepancy
guys on
with
the beach
because
treated him,
it looks small.
Too bad, especially because it's just an infant.
Huh? That's a baby Lapras?
So this is another cool little
Big
tidbit
schools
fact
of
here
Lapras
that
pass by the island
as
this
big
time
as that
every year.
Lapras was with the
This
dude
one
sitting
must
on
have
its
gotten
back and,
separated
you know,
from
all
its
that,
group,
it's just a
maybe
baby.
During that last big storm we had.
Sounds like you know a lot about Pokemon.
Well, you learn a lot from being a Pokemon watcher.
A Pokemon
Okay,
watcher?
here we go.
What is that?
Pokemon watchers travel the world.
So,
They go looking for all
this is the
kinds of
first
Pokemon
mention
so they
in
can
the
observe and
the
study
whole,
their
you know,
characteristics and
82 episode
abilities.
run of a
Search for
watcher.
new, undiscovered Pokemon.
Cool.
So they're not a breeder.
This sounds exactly what Pokemon Go
They're
is.
not a trade. Actually, you're kind of right.
I'm Ash, and I'm gonna become
Just
a
like an
Pokemon
explorer.
master.
My name's Tracy.
My name's Misty. Nice to meet you. That's
And I like how Misty would like goes to shake his hand, but it's not actually. She just like it's like a powwow. Like, all hands in.
friends where it belongs. Sounds great.
Count me in.
And Ash just heads backwards. No, I'm just kidding. And of course, Team Rocket. And they have their lays. I like that detail.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
means that they, as well,
Were
landed
greeted.
somewhere and on shore and had to walk through that same Poke Park where Ash, Misty, and Tracy got, or Ash and Misty got the
My
lays.
Sandshrew got scratched while we were training by accident.
And my Voltorb is
And these kids, they're complaining about all these things, and I'm like, my Voltorb's a little tired. Can you heal it? Like, what?
Well, let's
Well,
Put
look,
it back in the Pokeball.
their-
Give it a rest.
their hearts are in the right place. They're determined trainers, and they don't even look 10.
I wonder what it's all about.
They don't. They look like they're the
Everybody
5
here
or
calls this group of
6 year olds.
gym leaders from the islands of the Orange Archipelago.
If Ash is 10, you don't even like
Trainers
age.
can't
No,
compete in the Orange
maybe
League until they
things are
battle
different on
everybody
this
in the
island.
Orange group.
All right, so here's the important, you know, plot coming through here for the whole
Yellow
story
Island's
arc.
the place where everybody starts out training. Then the trainers have to go around and beat every gym leader in the Orange crew before they can get
So
to
you
battle in the
gotta
Orange League.
To get into the Orange League, you have to defeat all of the Orange crew.
I know exactly what you're thinking, Misty. I have to challenge the Orange.
I like how he's holding the GS ball.
Orange League.
Right?
He's like
I
ready
was
to
like,
use
that's
it.
supposed to be something.
Remember, we have to get that GS ball back to Pallet so Professor Oak can study it.
Did you say Professor Oak?
He never said we
This
couldn't
is
go
another
through
cool
stars.
little thing here that
Then let's ask Professor Oak
you can
himself.
already see this dude, Tracy. Like immediately when I was rewatching this, I was like, "Oh my!" It's like they want you to forget about Brock real quick.
Misty had left on a blimp. I hope you didn't run into any trouble.
We're okay now, Professor. The
And, like,
GS
not a
ball's
real
okay
trainer,
too,
but
and we're gonna bring it back to you
Has an
real soon.
occupation
That's
with about
great.
Pokemon.
Where are you calling from?
Yeah, but
From
Brock
Yellow Island.
is it? You know what I mean? Like
If you
a
don't mind, I'd like to do something before
you know,
we
like a
leave.
breeder
A staple.
is not necessarily a trainer. Like a breeder still battles. You know what I mean? Like he's a watcher.
Yeah.
Like a watcher will still battle, but
Whether I mind or not, I'm not going to be able to stop you.
Thanks, Professor. I knew I could count on you.
Of course, I'm very eager to take a look at that GS.
yeah. So I know, you know, you're no matter what I say, you're not going to listen to me, Ash. So just why'd you even bother
I'll
calling?
find out what rigorous means too.
Good luck, Ash.
That's pretty funny.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find out what rigorous
I
means
can't
too.
believe I know two people who know my hero, Professor Oak.
What's
Yeah,
your
but this is
favorite
cool,
one,
kind of
Professor
giving a little
Oak?
bit of character development
Yeah,
to
he's a real nice
Oak.
guy, but,
Every watcher knows
Because,
Professor Oak
you
is
know,
the
we've
greatest
learned over the
Pokemon
years that
expert on
Oak
the
has,
entire planet.
you know, written many papers on Pokemon and is well known, you know, within all the other regions.
Okay, you just got yourself a new traveling buddy.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm coming with you guys.
And just like that, Brock is gone.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Professor Oak.
Hey, you just can't invite yourself.
Actually, he did.
News. Lapras is awake and doing fine.
He was like, that was perfect. Now I'm in. They forgot about me.
It's Clamperl.
It's
Oh, just kidding.
Ninetales.
I was close.
Come on over here, Lapras.
This truck will take you back to the ocean.
So,
You can find your friends.
like, what's interesting about what we've seen about Lapras so far here Like, there's been no show of any, like, ability to attack or to do anything. This Lapras has just been either,
What are you gonna do?
you know, crying on the beach or just chilling.
I'm gonna sing it a lullaby.
And it's like, when I think of Lapras, like, I think of a very strong and powerful, you know, intimidating Pokemon, and this one's just chilling.
Just wait and see.
Oh,
Hey!
Wow, a Jigglypuff, I have to sketch this.
And Tracy immediately grabs his paper and starts drawing.
You know, it's funny because, like, that would be Ash with the Pokedex. You know what I mean? Like, obviously Tracy doesn't have a Pokedex, so he's got to draw it. Most trainers don't have a Pokedex. You know, there's been times where, like, people would see the Pokedex and be like, "Whoa, you have a Pokedex?"
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Jigglypuff puts them all down.
And I like how Ash's microphone has like a little wire coming.
I know,
through
like, what's it plugged into,
doesn't
dude? Like
go
a
anywhere.
sound system.
Good morning.
Misty looks so good.
Look at my sketch.
I like that too. It's like he's just, not only is he going to draw on him, but he's going to mess up the drawing too. Perfect.
Lapras still isn't budging.
I would like bring all the water Pokemon out, have like a party, a water party.
Come on, Lapras.
Right, like Misty is the water trainer. Like she she has all this background in swimming.
You know,
Just dips her toes in. No big
but
deal.
Anytime there's been like a water Pokemon that hasn't been somebody, she's always like, "This should be mine." You know, it's interesting that she didn't say that. Look at Ash. Ash. This is where Ash starts to turn a little bit into Indiana Jones this episode. So I'll do a callback to that in about 5 minutes. But like, Ash is no joke. He's like, I'm going for it.
Lapras, can't you see we're only trying to help you?
Nah, dude, that's what it can't see. Let me shoot a cannonball.
What's happening?
Oh, I love it.
And like, I wonder what the like launched out of the cannon. Like, was it just Team Rocket that got launched into the water? Like,
They were in a little capsule.
I don't know where they came from.
It looked like a bullet bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's such a good intro.
Blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
And they're just chilling out on top of Lapras.
Yeah.
It's conveniently already tied up to the truck.
Well, they did that with the smoke. But from here on out, it's like the sad eyes on Lapras, man. It's just like puppy eyes.
Pokemon Watcher Archive?
What should I say?
There's the mic with the cord again.
Questions.
Well, I usually don't do interviews unless they've been cleared through my talent agent.
I love it.
Keep it up and you're gonna need a travel agent.
Can't you see we're busy?
Who are you anyway?
Oh, sorry. My name's Tracy. I'm a Pokemon Watcher.
Okay, if you're a Pokemon watcher, then you won't mind stepping aside and watching us steal this Lapras.
She's just still stomping
Good
on Meowth.
one.
Wheezing smog attack.
But for once, though, they have their eyes kind of not on Pikachu. They're like a nicer Pokemon.
Brooks. Ash, we can't let them get away. We can't catch
Well,
them.
yeah.
I know a way we can track them. Venonat, I choose you.
Yeah, Venonat, get it.
And I like how
Radar eye to track that
he has radar eyes. and they do this so it like you can see through the eyes of the Venonat.
so
You can see the truck's like outline.
Right.
And I'm like, did they just see that too? Or
Of course, ain't expecting this.
Just wait till we
How did they get approval for that one? Yeah, give him radar eyes.
and then Ash already stole Misty's bike, so then they steal 3 more
Dude,
bikes.
so
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
thought the exact same thing when I was watching this episode. I was like, Ash, you should just turn around and be like, Misty, all right, you're good. We're even. Leave me alone.
If I can just get close enough.
I can finally get you out of my life.
Don't worry,
Leave me
Lapras,
alone.
I'll save ya.
And now look, Indiana Jones So he's taking like a leap of faith onto the Lapras, lets another bike go. So now there's another person out there in the world that Ash owes a bike to.
But they'll never acknowledge it.
Lapras is like all excited, like realizing like that Ash is a good guy. But yo, you saw the Indiana Jones move, right?
Yeah.
It's the weirdest looking truck ever, by the way. Animator team. It's so good.
I loved how he just like swung through like the driver's side window. Like
that's what I'm saying. He's Indiana Jones. It's the past couple episodes, Ash, Team Rocket, Ash, like everybody, they like narrowly escape death like over and over again. I love how the camera like angles like that. Looks so funny.
yeah, it was so weird because I thought it was gonna go up and then just teeter down and fall, but they just
Rotated the whole
super
thing.
far up. Yeah.
But now they're on the free fall back down the hill. Oh, that dude. Go ahead, tear this part apart, Adam. I know you want to with them pulling on the side of the truck.
Indiana Jones stuff.
It's like, how would this work? Physics. He's
And
just like,
Lapras isn't even trying to move. It's like dead.
it's like, yeah, man, Lapras, like, use surf or something. But look at that animation. Look at that. That's totally new. Like the way that looks.
Oh, and Lapras is gone. Oh,
Hold on, Ash, get all cheeky.
You're gonna be okay. We'll just stick together, right, Lapras?
It's like the eternal optimist just like flew off a cliff and is free falling to his death, and he's like, we got it. It's okay.
You're positive they're around here, Venonat?
He's like, yeah, I have radar eyes, dude.
yeah. Didn't you just tell me to use them?
See, but he was tracking
like
the
how
truck
the
before,
time-
though. Like, can he track people? He's like Professor X. Oh, the epicness of this shot.
It's Ash and Pikachu. They made it okay.
Holla.
Way to go!
Well, yes, I'd be very worried if he was in the water without Lapras.
Exactly.
What's he gonna have, a Squirtle? This is like the SSN again. Squirtle, get me out of here.
Caught?
He likes to dream.
Huh?
It's like, all right, Lapis, maybe now you could actually learn, like, one attack or something.
Ash, it looks like Lapras has decided it wants to go with you.
That's right, Nurse Joy. We're gonna travel around the Orange Islands
Now-
and try to find its friends.
Now,
I'm
does
sure
he
you'll
just
beat it
put
very
Lapras in a random
Don't worry,
Pokeball?
We will.
And I'll be
No,
with him
it
to
goes in the
help out,
GS
too.
ball.
Well, I guess we're ready to go.
Goodbye. Take care now.
Bye. Bye-bye. They all just get on the ride, take a ride. Like, that's the real reason they want to take care of Lapras, just so they can get a ride out of there.
Beat the Orange Crew to qualify for the Orange League competition. He
And, like, they
made
didn't even
those
explore the
matches,
city at
but
all.
Please, Ash, don't lose Professor Oak's
Well,
GS
they know that they got to get the Orange Crew, so that's the short play. Is, while they're there, because they're not, they're not necessarily heading back to Palette right now. They're just maybe Valencia. I don't know. I don't know where they could be going back to now, but yeah, because if they're gonna have to take, like, Lapras is only going to be able to get them back to Valencia because they have to fly back to Palette. I don't know. We'll have to see, man.
Maybe Pidgeot will fly its way back and take him back home.
But I like this episode. I thought this
Spoiler
was a good
alerts,
one.
I have no idea what happens.
What'd you think, though?
Oh, I love this episode.
It was good, right?
It was so good.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked that there was new little animation touches. I liked that.
Yeah, and while I was watching it, I was just able to be like, like, I don't know, I just was able to comment on a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Even
It
if they
was
were
cool.
small things.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yes, thumbs up for me for sure. But I missed the theme song. All right, Adam, you have a booster?
I do. I have a Cosmic Eclipse.
I have a Cosmic Eclipse as well that I have opened. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go for it.
If I could tear this package open. All right. I've got a Grass Energy, Red and Blue Tag Team, Torkoal, Gloom, Snorunt, Rockruff, Deerling, Teddiursa, Golett. My reverse holo is a Clefairy.
And
my rare is a Fion.
Okay. Let's see if I can redeem. We got Dark Energy, Primplup, Anorith, Kricketune, Flabebe, Spheal, Natu, Palpitoad, Jangmo-O. My reverse is a character Piplup full art. And my rare is a non-holo Kyogre. Yo, this is wild.
Still with Dawn. That
Dawn.
looks so nice.
So
I just pulled one of those the other day.
I just pulled I opened a Cosmic Eclipse pack from the same Elite Trainer box as this pack. I just opened it on TikTok. So check out our TikTok so you can see me open that. And I pulled the Pikachu with red character full art card. And now I pull the Dawn Piplup card, which is amazing. The art is so awesome. So yay.
Yeah, and it's like those two specific cards look much different than the rest of them.
But like as far as the,
or at least that's what
the rarity in the packs, it's not even this is like the reverse. So it's not even like listed as the rare in the pack. It's not the back card. The Kyogre is the actual rare, the actual like, star. This is the reverse rare. So it's just very, very cool. Awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, good pull. I'll put it up on Instagram so everybody can check it out. And if you want to see
definitely
the Pikachu red, check out TikTok. But Adam, that's pretty much it. Everyone, thank you so much for checking us out. We really appreciate you sticking around, watching the episode with us. You can email us, info@gottawatchemall.com. You can send us a voicemail, text, or picture at 732-835-8639. Check out our website, gottawatchemall.com. Check out everything on the network, PokemonProfessor.com. And Adam, I think that's it. You good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, trainers, again, for checking us out. And if you're not out there catching them all, hang out with us and watch them all. We'll see you next week.